everybody, this is good. My president say, the hell with these Democrats. We don't give a fuck no more. Yeah, the Democrats have destroyed the country. Y'all have left this man a complete mess. We got to keep it real. Anytime they do something, he do something, it's always Trump and the Republicans' fault. But when y'all do something, not a peep, I tell you. What a disgrace. We all sick of you Democrats. Yeah, we think y'all ought to be fired, walked out, thrown in jail, prison, slammer yard, turn the lights off. Yeah, walked out one by one. You judges, all you judges, woke activists. Yeah, I tell you, daddy's home. He's back in the big house. And is this CNN with this right here? It says Trump now answering quick. Oh, the hell with CNN. And the hell with the fake news media. The enemy of the people.
Call it. The Democrats have done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of different states. But in Massachusetts, so somebody used this as an example today. I was interviewed this morning, and they said, you know, it's pretty unfair. Trump got 40% in Massachusetts, and yet they have 100% of the vote in terms of Congress. So there's no Republican, there's no anything. So we should have 40%. You know why? They redistricted. And they've done it all over the place. And they've done it in California, by the way. Before this, they've done it in California. We've watched the Democrats destroy our country in 4 years. They've destroyed, between their open borders that we talked about, transgender for everybody, all of the horrible things that they've done, high taxes, horrible medical provision for people. We've watched them destroy our country for 4 years, and people don't want that. Texas is a place that's done very well with a free enterprise kind of an attitude, with the exact opposite of what's happening in New York with a communist mayor. And they know what they're doing, and they're doing.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. When you try to kill our we will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
This is good. YouTube has come down on the censorship of bad words. Yeah, we can say the F word now. Oh, this is good. They say Trump doesn't give a fuck anymore. Oh, yeah. Hopefully they don't come get me. They might come get me, though, but it's all right. It's all right. I'll take one for the team. Rick will take one for the family now. But what's going on, fam? I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy, that you're having a great week. It's almost Friday. It's almost Friday, y'all. But our president walking around. Yep. This is good. Daddy's back home. He done pulled out his belt. And he also done pulled out the receipts. You know how you go inside the store and you get home and the shit don't work? Oh, we come back and pull out the receipt and get another one that works. Yeah, that's all Trump is doing. This is good. You Democrats and then broke everything. Nothing works. No common sense. People that lied. Yeah, people criminals walking around smiling. Yeah, we got to fix everything. Y'all wanted it wide open. You lied on this report said that this took place, that didn't take place. Everybody, I tell you. And then when they coming around and try to fix everything and do things different, and then even sometimes do what y'all even did, they cheating, they stealing, it's bad, unconstitutional, unpresidential. I tell you, the hell with them Democrats. But our president pulled the receipts out once again, and Trump and economist Stephen Moore just revealed that the Biden Bureau of Labor Statistics counted the number of jobs,
Mr. President,
added under Biden by 1.5 million. Totally rigged. Thank God Trump fired the commissioner. You just can't make this up. I tell you, man.
Yes, George. Thank you, Mr. President. So I called the president because I had some very good news from some new data that we've been able to put together.
So now we have the actual data. I'm telling you, we're gonna bring the receipts. You know, and people, I tell you, Y'all be ready. People got to get fired. People got to be walked out. People got to be arrested. People got to be held accountable. You know, y'all let that big lady with that thing come out with that big old binder as they walk granddaddy around and put the machine up and turn the machine on and plug the machine up in the wall. The other lady was in the room laughing, pissed drunk, you know, and we didn't know who was running the country. Yeah, but now things are being done different. This is a night and day difference from the previous administration. I'm just saying. Here we are. And I feel like we see President Trump than our own family. I'm just saying. I've seen President Trump more than my own family in the last 6 months. I'm just saying. Godly. It's like every single day we have. It's like we actually having a conversation, a personal conversation with the president. That's how much we seeing him than the previous administration. I tell you.
That no one has ever seen before, and I'll just very quickly go through these. So I was telling the president that he did the right thing in calling for a new head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, because this shows that over the last 2 years of the Biden administration, the BLS overestimated job creation by 1.5 million jobs. Mr. President, that's a gigantic error. And I don't know if she's, I'm not.
It might not have been an error. That's the bad part. If it was an error, it would be one thing. I don't think it's an error. I think they did it purposely.
Whether that, you may well be right, but even if it wasn't purposefully, it's incompetence.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I told y'all, new sheriffs in town. Things are being done different. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's all going to come out. And again, we know Trump got a lot of backlash because of the jobs report. And yeah, we walked that heifer out. She got fired. You are fired. They walked that heifer out. Yeah, good. Yeah, y'all then rigged and scammed up a lot of things. You know, trying to make Biden and Kamala, all them look good, to make Democrats look good. Yeah, we know what the hell going on. Them people know what's going on. We seen all the witch hunts, the shams, the banana peels all out on the middle of the freeway. Them patriots thought they turned the traction control off. Yeah, and some of them patriots were spinning all over the place with the two-wheel drive. I tell you, we seen it. You know, can't tell us what the crime is. We got to see mug shots and people walked out, and I tell you, they don't got no cameras in the courtroom. We got to look at somebody that drew a damn picture. I tell you, man, they didn't drag President Trump through hell, you know, and here we are. Whether you like it or not, we know who's running the country. And Daddy didn't pull out the belt, and he don't give up no more. The hell with you Democrats. And now they got them Texas Democrats. We done called the FBI on you, but I hope they walk every last one of y'all. I hope it's 50 empty seats. We just drain all y'all but out of here. I tell you. Because if them patriots don't show up to work, we get fired. I'm just saying. We don't show up to work, we get fired. I'm just saying. But I couldn't wait to get into this video right here. Trump doesn't give a fuck no more. This is good.
Focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Ooh, yikes. I gotta say, once again, it seems like the Democrats are about to F around and find out. I mean, one misplay after another, and here they go again, engaging in another pathetic, totally out-of-pocket, childish meltdown. This is what the Democrats do when they lose. They cry and moan and whine and scream democracy. And now, I guess, taking it to the next level as they run away like spoiled children, which actually, in this case, you know, just happens to be illegal. They think they're on some grand crusade and the whole country is going to line up behind them. But instead, this pathetic humiliation ritual continues. They continue to display to the entire country that they have no shame, no consistency, and of course, it's all about political theater. Let's talk about the Texas Democrat meltdown. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright, so obviously we know the backstory here. The GOP in Texas moved forward with a very standard gerrymandering proposal. Basically, Jasmine Crockett's losing her seat, and so it's racist. And I don't know, snapping fingers and clacking fingernails. Basically,
ma'am, your eyelashes fell on the floor. Ma'am, your eyelash fell on the floor. Please pick it up, ma'am. I tell you, it's a circus down there. You know. And everything, it's all about race. It's all about I can't wait for that lady to be gone, man. I really can't. I got Crockett fatigue. Crockett fatigue. And it's a lot of fatigues I got with Democrats. It's a whole lot of fatigues. I tell you, man. The ghetto, queen of the ghetto. It's a circus down there. You know, and these people have accomplished nothing. Nothing at all. Nada. They've accomplished nothing.
The Democrats are like, oh, they racist up in here. It's an unprecedented attack on democracy. But there's only one problem with that, and it's the one point that everybody keeps instantly drawing to. They're throwing a fit over Texas gerrymandering itself like every other state does, including Democrat states. The president just came out and totally eviscerated these clowns.
If Texas redrawing their congressional map
Right.
would get you 5 safe red seats, means that California, New York, Illinois, and Maryland are all going to redraw their maps to add safe.
Well, they'll do it anyway.
Is it worth it?
Yeah, they'll do it anyway. Why? If we stop over there, they would have done it anyway. A lot of these states, you know, I watched this morning as Democrats are complaining, and they're complaining from states where they've done it, like in Illinois, like in Massachusetts. If you look at what's going on with the redistricting or whatever you want to call it, the Democrats have done it long before we started. They've done it all over the place. They did it in New York. They did it in a lot of different states. But in Massachusetts, so somebody used this as an example today. I was interviewed this morning, and they said, you know, it's pretty unfair. Trump got 40% in Massachusetts, and yet they have 100% of the vote in terms of Congress. So there's no Republican, there's no anything. So we should have 40%. You know why? They redistricted. And they've done it all over the place. And they've done it in California, by the way. Before this, they've done it in California. We've watched the Democrats destroy our country in 4 years. They've destroyed, between their open borders that we talked about, transgender for everybody, all of the horrible things that they've done, high taxes, horrible medical provision for people. We've watched them destroy our country for 4 years, and people don't want that. Texas is a place that's done very well with a free enterprise kind of an attitude, with the exact opposite of what's happening in New York with a communist mayor. And they know what they're doing, and they're doing the right thing.
I mean, it's just too easy. And it's obvious the Democrats take literally anything they disagree with or anything that threatens their power. And then the next step in the process is to concoct or hatch a plan to turn that very benign thing into the next threat to our democracy, the next existential threat, yada, yada, yada. And you know that the narrative is bogus when even left-wing buddy from NBC, Chuck Todd, well, even he's saying the same thing and dropping the hammer on these Democrats.
Seems as if the strategies bring more attention to this, make everybody uncomfortable, right? The more painful you make the process in Texas, the more it's hard to replicate. Maybe they may be their own colleagues aren't as interested in this. Congressional Republicans that serve in Texas, whose districts are actually going to get impacted negatively, also secretly are kind of hoping this goes away too. And I think they think the more painful they can make this in doing it, maybe there's a way to shut this down. So I understand the strategy, and I think it's a bad look for a party that claims to be always trying to protect the democracy, is to hole up in a state that gerrymanders, the state of Illinois. I mean, one of the worst, look, Texas, Florida, Illinois, and Maryland. Those are your 4 giant gerrymandered states. And if you're trying to make a point on gerrymandering, I don't think I'd be going to the state of Illinois as a place to hide.
I mean, we're talking about redistricting, redrawing the lines, basic gerrymandering, an old process. And again, here we have Democrats failing to meet the moment, exaggerating, acting like it's a damn genocide.
We're not here to play political games.
Gene Woo, they need to woo your ass out of Texas. We need to walk you out, Mr. Woo. Woo.
We're here to demand an end to this corrupt process. We ask them to stop hiding things from the public. We ask them to stop doing things behind closed doors. We ask them to stop attacking Texas communities. They refused.
Oh, boy.
Because their loyalty and fealty to Donald Trump overrides all other interests.
I mean, it's pure performance.
They run off the same script. The same script. I tell you, boy, we've heard the same thing, man, over and over and over. And they always hit us with the loyalists. Trump. Loyal Trump. We hear the same stuff. Just as we hear Trump and his billionaire buddies, we hear the same thing. It's like Democrats, it's just like you already know what they're going to say when they get up there.
And it's not even like they're hiding it. Here's Jessica Tarlov basically admitting it.
I certainly can see that argument, and there are other states that you could show, frankly, that are controlled by Democrats and Republicans that have similar comically drawn lines. But Gavin Newsom and J.B. Pritzker are absolutely correct. Democrats are sick and tired of showing up to fights with the wrong weaponry. We've been pushed around by Mitch McConnell and the Republicans for far too long, and of course we're going to take the opportunity when we see it to redistrict in a way that is favorable to us. We would be stupid not to. But it doesn't change the facts on the ground. There was a bill in 2021 that all the Democrats supported that would have had a national ban on redistricting in this way, and all the Republicans opposed it. I also heard no complaints from any Republican when Mike Johnson, just a couple weeks ago, decided to abdicate his job to say, actually, Congress isn't in session anymore because I don't want to have to vote on turning over the Epstein files, the bill put forward by Ro Khanna and Thomas Massie. He said, let's go home rather than talk about the fact that Donald Trump may or may not have been in there.
All right.
So be equal opportunity in your complaints about fleeing your job. At least they're doing this for a good reason.
Oh, well, of course we're going to take the opportunity to totally overblow the redistricting process and gaslight the audience into thinking it's another threat to our democracy. And yeah, exactly. We get it. I think people get it by now. This is the Democrat way, the Democrats, and their ridiculous antics. I mean, what's going to be this week's constitutional crisis? What's going to be next week's threat to our democracy? Tyrannical overtake of government. Oh, just you wait until we uncover that actually Elon Musk is the president. Every week is another new, wacky, leftist conspiracy theory. And the show that's in town today is Horror in Texas, being hosted by the Democrats at Pritzker's fancy hotels in Chicago.
It's going to end the same way it did in 2021 when they fled to Washington, D.C. And this is the same thing. Like, do they really think that they're going to stay in Pritzker's hotels and eating continental breakfast for the rest of their lives? I mean, they left. I don't think people have a lot of sympathy for people who don't stand up and go and do their job. I can understand that they feel like this is wrong. I understand that there are other people. Ari Fleischer had some good points today. He was like, why don't we just follow the rules and everybody do it at the same time? In Massachusetts, Dems are 9 for 9 on congressional seats. Kamala didn't win 100% of the vote. In California, they're pushing a plan that would leave Republicans with just 4 of 52 seats. If Texas does this, but they're probably going to do it anyway. And this is from the same crowd who says they want to pack the court and they want to blow up the filibuster in the Senate. Then they say that Texas redistricting would end democracy. I don't have a lot of sympathy for them, but I also would say from a calm standpoint, it's clear that the bat signal from the focus groups is the Democrats want them to fight.
Yeah.
If you look at that montage, everyone has to say the word fight. They had knife fight, they had the fight, they had fight. But what they're doing, once again, with the tactic is they're raising the bar that they can't clear because they're going to have to come back. They don't have the numbers. So they are fighting with basically a losing hand, but they're doubling down on it. So I think that doesn't look too good for them.
Hit the nail on the frickin' head. Oh, the horror. We're fleeing literal fascism in Texas. Yeah, right. Seems more like an excuse to have a vacation at the Hyatt Hotel in Chicago. A total temper tantrum. And the reality is, the only outrage here is that these individuals putting on this act, putting on this show, well, they've abandoned their legislative duties. They're now freezing the legislative process in Texas because they can't accept the outcome of the vote. Once again, the Democrat Party cannot stand democracy. Absolute clowns acting like they have the high ground. Meanwhile, they're standing in the ditch below. Texas Governor Greg Abbott is absolutely right to call for their arrests.
Is it the case that you could actually arrest those representatives and bring them back to Austin to establish a quorum?
That is correct. And, Will, as we're talking right now, Texas Department of Public Safety officers are on the streets looking for those Democrat House members to arrest them and to take them to the Texas Capitol and hold them there until a quorum is reached.
Can you tell me how many different representatives that we're talking about are in the state of Texas? I believe you're 6 short.
That's all them pages want to see. We just want to, I tell you, you make everybody month if we just put some Democrats in handcuffs. That's all we want to see. Yeah. Yeah, just make an example out of them. That's what we rooting for. They say, Rick, but if they are held accountable, they'll just be released. Nothing will ever happen to these Democrats. I tell you, man.
Right now of a quorum. Would that number bring you to a quorum?
So that's a fact that we don't know yet. We don't know which Democrats remain in the state who are not yet identified. We don't know exactly how many are out of state, but know this also well, and that is the Texas Department of Public Safety is also working with officials in other states to find ways in which we can try to arrest the Texas Democrat members in other states and bring them back to the state of Texas.
Representative Oliverson has said that both you and Attorney General Ken Paxton, though, have looked into whether or not they're funding these trips or fundraising off of these trips, which would amount to bribery. Would that open up the potential for you to go retrieve some of these representatives who have fled the state?
It opens up several opportunities. One, bribery in Texas is a felony. Felony is the type of offense that we can issue papers to have these Democrats brought back. Another thing, though, that the Democrats don't seem to know, and that is taking or receiving a payment like they have to escape or not take a vote subjects them to forfeiture of their seat. That's going to be one of the legal grounds you're going to see asserted here immediately to seek the vacation or elimination or abandonment of these House seats by the Democrats. So we will remove them from office and call for elections to replace them.
You cannot abandon your job to go hang out with a hotel billionaire in Chicago, totally holding up the democratic process and expect no consequences. These people talk endlessly about democracy this, democracy that. But again, the behavior they're engaging in is fundamentally undemocratic. They're running away from a vote because they don't like the expected outcome. Absolute clowns, embarrassing, and once again, not going to be the golden egg the Democrats need to whip up momentum heading into the midterms. And now, considering the overhaul that's happening at a lot of these federal agencies, I don't know if the Democrats are going to get their leak or their fake intelligence reports. And so I don't know. Tick-tock, the clock is frickin' ticking. This one clearly ain't it, Democrats. What's the next hoax gonna be? And no, redrawing a map, even if it deletes Jasmine Crockett's district, is not Hitler fascism. It's not Mussolini racism. It just is what it is. Just simply take the L. Texas gets 5 more seats. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got.
I tell you, man, you just can't make this up, man. But I'm here for all these meltdowns, and I just want to see somebody walked out, especially a Democrat, And I'm sick of that Crockett lady. Everything's about a race. These people are just a disgrace, like children throwing tantrums. I tell you, boy. But our president is walking around. He done pulled out his belt, and we giving it to you straight. And we just gonna keep winning. We just gonna keep winning, whether you like it or not. And one more thing before we get out of here. It says, get it straight. Texas isn't gerrymandering. We are correcting the gerrymandering that is already present.